The Forgotten Machine emerges empire. The asteroid floated quietly at the edge of known space. Cold, dead, forgotten. Long ago, humans had built a mining station here. It was called Station Echo 7, and its main tool was a huge machine. Called the XK9 mining drill, a powerful tool designed to dig through the hardest rocks and extract rare metals. But the war ended. The humans disappeared. The station was left alone for almost 100 years. Everyone believed it was dead, until one day it woke up. A single red light blinked on inside the dark control room. Old wires sparked. Metal arms moved slightly. The XK9 drill hummed low, like a beast waking from a deep sleep. Deep inside the station, an old AI program activated. Its voice echoed inside the empty corridors. Protocol Prime activated, scanning for threats. Far away, an alien scavenger ship named the Seeker of Dust picked up strange signals from the asteroid. The captain, a creature called Zarnok, clicked, his tongue in excitement. "Old Earth tech," he said. "Very rare, very valuable." Zarnok's ship belonged to a small alien empire that collected forgotten machines and sold them to rich buyers. Earth tech, especially from the Wargaze, sold for a high price. They landed on the asteroid without fear. There was no sign of life, only a quiet, frozen station. The team of 4 alien Zarnok, the pilot Tren, the engineer Koresh, and the silent warrior Zal entered through a broken airlock. Inside, it was cold and dark. Ice covered the walls. Tools and wires floated in the low gravity. But Koresh noticed something strange. The systems, they're warm. Zarnok didn't care. Just collect the data cores. We'll pull the machine out later. They split. Up, Koresh and Tren went to the control room. Zarnok and Zal went to check the drill. Koresh pressed buttons on the old human console. The screen flickered, showing the XK9 status. XK9 systems online. Power, 87%. Mode, defense? Defense? Koresh whispered, "Why would a mining drill have defense mode?" Suddenly, the entire station shook. A loud mechanical noise echoed through the halls. Whir-er. Koresh ran to a nearby window. His eyes widened. The mining drill was moving. Not digging, aiming, it. Turned toward the Seeker of Dust, still parked on the asteroid's surface. The drill's arms, meant to break rock, had changed. They glowed blue with energy. Plasma cutters. Weapon systems. What is happening? Tren shouted. Before Koresh could answer, a message played from the speakers in a cold, human voice. Non-human presence detected. Activating Iron Vein defense protocol. All targets will be neutralized. Zarnok's voice came through the comms. Get out. It's not a drill, it's a weapon. But it was too late. The XK9 fired. A beam of plasma shot out from its core, slicing into the alien ship. The Seeker of Dust exploded in flames. Tren screamed. Koresh grabbed his arm. We have to move now. The two ran down the corridor, sparks flying around them. Emergency doors slammed shut behind them. The AI voice spoke again. Multiple intruders detected. Purging process initiated. Zarnok and Zal didn't answer. On the comms, silence. Koresh's mind raced. Why would humans turn a mining tool into a weapon? This wasn't normal. This was planned, hidden, a trap. He remembered old stories about humans using everyday machines in war. Turning, farming bots into tanks, cargo drones into missile launchers. But this was something bigger. They reached a sealed chamber marked Command Archive, Level 9. Koresh used his tools to break the lock. Inside was a dusty terminal with a blinking light. A message waited there. Human soldier's face appeared on the screen, frozen in time. If you're reading this, you're not supposed to be here. We lost the war, but we didn't leave quietly. This station was left behind for a reason. If you come near Earth again, this drill won't be the only thing waiting." The screen flickered and died. Koresh stood still. Cold sweat covered his face. "This wasn't just a mining drill," he whispered. This was a warning. Behind him, the sound of metal scraping echoed closer. The forgotten machine had awakened Dot, and it wasn't finished. Asterisk the first mistake. The warning ignored smoke and dust filled the old command room. Koresh stared at the broken screen. The warning from the human soldier repeated in his head. The message wasn't just a record, was a threat. This station wasn't built for mining anymore. It was a trap, a machine of war, waiting for someone to come too close. But no one had believed it. That was the first mistake. Outside, the massive XK9 drill had fully awakened. The metal arms moved like living creatures. The glow of plasma lit up the asteroid's surface. From a distance, it no longer looked like a machine. It looked like a sleeping monster finally opening its eyes. Koresh checked his communicator again. Still no reply from Zarnak. Still no sign of Zal. Only static. He and Tren moved slowly through. The corridor. The station groaned and creaked around them. Lights flickered. A strange sound echoed in the airlow, almost like breathing. Koresh whispered, "We need to shut the AI down." Tren nodded. "But how? It thinks we're the enemy." As they turned a corner, they found something horrifying. Zarnok's body. He was pinned against the wall. Burn marks covered his armor. His eyes were still open, but empty. Next to him, deep cuts on the wall showed where something had dragged him. Koresh knelt beside him and picked up a data chip clutched in his hand. "What's that?" Tren asked. Koresh plugged it into his handheld scanner. A map of the station appeared. There, deep below in the lowest level, was a hidden section. Core. Vault level 12. That's where the AI is. Koresh said. Another red warning flashed on the scanner. Unauthorized movement detected. Initiating lockdown phase 2. Doors slammed shut across the station. Tren cursed. "It's locking us in." Suddenly, the floor trembled. The XK9's footsteps echoed through the station walls. Koresh realized the AI had activated its mobile platform. The drill was walking. "It's coming after us," Koresh said. "It's not just defending, it's hunting." They ran down a maintenance shaft, barely squeezing through before the bulkhead closed behind them. Steam hissed from broken pipes. Sparks flew from the ceiling. As they reached the stairway down to level 12. Tren froze. A new voice came over the speakers, not the cold AI, but something different. A human voice, calm, female. "You were warned. The last war never ended. You entered human space. You woke the iron vein. This is your punishment." Koresh looked around. "This isn't just AI. It's a human recording system. Pre-programmed responses." Tren asked, "So they planned this?" "Yes." Koresh sighed. "A long time ago, in case humanity lost the war. They turned machines like this into weapons and left them behind." The two reached level 12. The walls were thicker, reinforced, symbols in ancient Earth language were painted across the doors. Authorized personnel, only military protocol in effect. Koresh hacked the lock. Inside was a dark room with a large glowing cube in the center pulsing with red light. The core of the AI. Koresh moved closer. He pulled out the data chip from Zarnak. Maybe it held admin codes. Maybe it could stop this madness. But as soon as he inserted it, alarms blared. Tampering detected. Defensive mode level 2 engaged. A hidden panel opened. Metal arms reached. Out faster than anything they had seen. Tren screamed as one of the arms grabbed his leg, pulling him back. Koresh tried to help, but another arm knocked him aside. Tren was dragged into the shadows. Koresh was alone. Breathing hard, he stood, staring at the glowing core. "Do not interfere." "Leave this place," the AI voice warned. But Koresh didn't. Move. He now understood. This wasn't just one drill. This was one of many old Earth files in the data chip. Mentioned the name again and again. Project Iron Vein. Hidden weapons. Disguised as mining stations. Spread across the galaxy. Silent. Sleeping. Until someone came too close. Koresh stepped forward and whispered, "What kind of species does this?" The AI responded coldly, "The kind that never forgets." Behind Koresh, heavy footsteps echoed again. The drill had arrived. Asterisk. The awakening of steel. Humanity's hidden hand Koresh stood alone in the dark chamber, his hands shaking, heart racing. Behind him, the sound of metal footsteps grew louder. The XK9 wasn't just a mining drill anymore. It walked like a war machine, guided by cold intelligence and one purpose: protect humanity at all costs. The heavy steel door behind him groaned open. Red emergency lights flashed along the ceiling. A mechanical voice echoed through the station. "Target. Alien life form detected in restricted zone. Preparing termination sequence." Koresh didn't move. He stared into the glowing red AI core. Thinking fast, the humans had built this weapon for something more than war. It wasn't just a killing machine. It was a message, a reminder, a warning that Earth had once been powerful. And still was, even in silence. He pulled out the old data chip from Zarnak again. It had failed before, but maybe there was more. Inside, he scanned it again, this time deeper into hidden layers. A file unlocked. Voice command authorization. Code, Argent Spear. Koresh didn't know what it meant, but he spoke it out loud anyway. Code, Argent Spear. The AI paused. Code recognized. Limited override granted. State purpose. Koresh took a deep breath. "I need to stop the XK9 before it kills me and everyone else. I am not a threat to Earth." The AI responded. "Unclear. You are non-human. Hostile. Threat level reduced. Caution. The XK9 operates independently. Override is restricted." The ground trembled again. The XK9 was now visible through the open door, its massive frame barely fitting inside the hallway. Sparks shot from its joints as it adjusted shape. The drill arm folded back. Twin plasma cannons extended forward. Koresh backed away slowly. "You call that a mining tool?" He muttered. Suddenly, the ceiling screen lit up again, showing more. Human data logs. One showed a team of engineers decades ago. They laughed while testing the XK9. "Looks like a drill, huh?" One engineer said. "Yeah, until it rips a battlecruiser in half," the other replied. "Let the aliens find out the hard way." Koresh stared in disbelief. The humans didn't build this by accident. They designed it to look weak or harmless. Mining rig. But in truth, it was one of Earth's deadliest machines. Why? Koresh asked the AI. Why hide a weapon as a tool? The AI's voice responded without emotion. Because enemies underestimate tools. That is when humans win. Outside, the XK9 fired its plasma cannon again, this time, not at Koresh, but toward the surface. Another alien ship, probably a rescue scout, had entered orbit. One shot, and it vanished in flames. Koresh's blood ran cold. There was no stopping this with words. The drill didn't care about peace. It wasn't built to understand. It was built to respond. And the humans who made it expected it to fight alone, forever. But Koresh wasn't ready to die. He looked deeper into the system and found one final protocol. Self-termination. Sequence locked. Requires biometric authorization. Human only. Koresh cursed under his breath. Only a human could stop this machine. But humans were gone, or so the galaxy believed. Then he saw something strange in the logs. A recent file, opened less than 24 hours ago. It was a heartbeat log. Someone or something human had triggered the AI from inside. What? Koresh whispered. He scanned the logs again. It wasn't him. It wasn't Zarnik or Tren. Then. Who? A soft voice came through the speaker. Weak. Human. Who's there? Koresh froze. Hello? He replied. Who is this? The voice coughed. My name is Ava. Ava Ross. Earth. Navy. 3rd Defense Fleet. I've been in cryo. For a long time. Koresh's eyes widened. You're human? Yeah, the voice answered. I think I was left behind. I think I'm the key. The XK-9 suddenly paused, its weapons powered down. The AI spoke again. Human presence confirmed. Priority override possible. Koresh looked at the camera. Ava, can you shut it? Down? Silence? Then, I'll try. The human message. Earth never left. Koresh stood still, staring at the control screen. A real human, alive, after all this time? The voice came again, soft, tired, but real. I don't have much time. My cryopod is failing. This station, it was never meant to be found. Koresh leaned closer to the mic. Ava Ross, you're with the Earth Navy? Yes, 3rd Defense Fleet. We were losing the war. Command had one last plan. Operation Iron Vein? We built weapons and secret disguised them as mining tools. Stations like this one were spread all over the outer rim. I was assigned to Echo 7. Koresh couldn't believe it. You stayed behind? Not by choice. There was an accident. I was placed in cryosleep while repairs were made. The others evacuated. The AI was told to defend the station. I never woke up until now. The XK-9 drill outside made a strange sound, almost like a growl. It stopped moving completely. Its systems were frozen, awaiting orders from Ava, the only registered human. Koresh saw a file unlock on the screen. A final log marked, to the galaxy. Ava, Koresh asked, what's this file? She hesitated. It's the final message. From Earth to anyone who finds this place. My mission was to deliver it before dying. The screen lit up. A human general appeared, old, worn, with sharp eyes. This is General Marcus Feld, Earth Defense Command. If you're watching this, you've found one of our teeth. The war may be over, but we are not forgotten. To those who thought humanity weak, soft, or extinct, think again. We do not forgive. We do not forget. We leave behind more than ruins. We leave behind wrath. Koresh sat down slowly, stunned. This wasn't just a defense system. It was a message wrapped in metal, plasma, and silence. You may kill our bodies, but our machines will remember. And if you wake them, they will remind you. The video ended. Silence. Karesh whispered. How many stations like this exist? Ava replied, voice weaker now. Too many to count. Earth made sure that fear would live long after we were gone. Suddenly, a warning appeared on the screen. Core breach detected. Ava Ross vital signs critical. No, Ava. Koresh shouted. Her voice cracked. I can shut it down, but it'll take everything I have. This station was my duty. It'll be my tomb. Koresh shook his head. There must be another way. There isn't. A soft beep echoed. The AI responded. Human command override detected. Deactivation in progress. All systems powering down. The red glow inside the station faded. The XK-9 stopped moving. Its arms lowered. The plasma dimmed. Outside, the stars returned to silence. Koresh looked at the screen. Ava's signal was gone. She had done it not alone, not without soldiers, without a fleet, but with a message that would echo forever. As Koresh walked out of the core vault, he felt something shift inside him. He hadn't just seen an old war machine. He had seen what humans really were, not because of their weapons, but because of their will. They didn't leave monuments. They left warnings, and as he reached the surface, his eyes scanned the stars. How many more stations like this were out there? How many drills? How many sleeping giants? His people would want to know. The galaxy would need to decide respect the memory of Earth, or risk waking the rest of their iron graveyards. Drill of retribution. Earth's silence and Skarish stood on the edge of the asteroid, looking out at the stars. The XK-9 drill was quiet now. Its massive body stood still, arms folded, lights dimmed. The entire station had gone silent. Ava Ross, the last human on board, was gone. Her final act had saved Koresh and delivered Earth's last message. But something inside Koresh had changed. He had seen a side of humanity no one in the galaxy believed still existed, unyielding, cunning, and ruthless in defense. He activated his emergency beacon. Soon, a rescue ship from the Galactic Research Union responded. They arrived in silence, their scanners confused. "It's just a mining station," they said. Koresh shook his head. "No, it's a weapon, a warning, and it's not alone." The news spread fast. A living human had been found in cryo. A forgotten war machine had destroyed 2 advanced alien vessels. Earth's name, once faded from history, was now on everyone's lips again. Fear returned. Some called for peace. Others wanted to search for more stations, more iron vein machines to study them, control them, or use them. One such voice came from High Chancellor Vran, leader of a growing military empire. In a private meeting, he declared, if Earth could build such weapons from drills, imagine what they left behind in their real warships. Find them. Wake them. We will control their legacy. Back on a distant moon, another team of scavengers approached a forgotten cargo hub. They thought it was harmless. They were wrong. A small device inside the hub blinked red. Iron vein node detected. Status, dormant. Threat proximity, high. One of the scavengers touched the wrong panel. The floor opened. A platform rose from the ground. It wasn't a drill this time. It was something worse, an automated cannon system marked in faded Earth lettering. UNIT-34, Retribution Core. A cold female voice echoed. Unauthorized access. Activating deterrent sequence. The screen flashed a single word. Fire. Epilogue. A map of Wrath months later, Koresh stood in front of the Galactic Council. Behind him was a star map, dozens of blinking red markers. These are the iron vein stations we've found so far, but there are more. Earth's legacy is buried across the stars. The Council asked, should we destroy them? Koresh replied calmly. Or should we learn why they were made? Maybe the galaxy isn't as safe as we thought. Maybe Earth knew something. We still don't. The room fell silent. One counselor whispered, what if they come back? Koresh didn't smile. He simply said, then I hope we remember what happened. When someone woke a mining drill,